So now we've got Rick Ross trying to explain away that commercial flight situation with an excuse that sounds about as convincing as the dog ate my homework, and the internet is absolutely not letting him off the hook. The backlash got so loud that even people connected to Drake felt the need to jump in and react to Ross's explanation. And keep in mind, this is the same rapper who never misses a chance to remind everyone how rich he is whenever somebody questions him. What's crazy is that some people still seem confused about why he's getting dragged over this, and honestly, it shouldn't be that hard to figure out. I understand not everyone catches the bigger picture right away, but this is the very same Rick Ross who once clowned 50 Cent over reports that he was living in a modest two-bedroom apartment. Now the tables have turned, and suddenly the man who built his image around luxury and wealth is scrambling to justify why he was spotted flying economy, and that's the part people simply can't ignore.
Oh no.
We've also got Akon stepping forward with some fresh stories today, opening up about what it was really like working alongside Michael Jackson and Eminem. And trust me, a few of these details might surprise you. For the first time in quite a while, we're hearing new behind-the-scenes insight into his experiences with both MJ and M. And when it comes to Eminem, this conversation highlights something that often gets overlooked in music. There's a major difference between a genuine classic and an album that critics simply decide to label as one. I'm talking about the kind of music that people willingly revisit years, even decades after it first dropped. The kind of records that somehow find a whole new audience and create brand new fans long after their original era has passed. That's what a true classic looks like, not a project that earns its reputation because a handful of industry writers gather in a room and publish a list declaring it important. And before we get into all of that, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, especially if you're one of those loyal viewers who watches every upload but never officially joins the channel. Seriously, you won't believe how many people support the content without ever clicking that subscribe button. And while you're here, jump into the discussion down below, even if it's just showing support for a comment that says exactly what you were thinking. Now, with that out of the way, let's start with Rick Ross, who is unintentionally making Drake's old predictions look a whole lot more accurate after getting spotted flying economy just like everybody else. After the internet caught wind of it, Ross quickly found himself explaining why taking that flight was supposedly a deliberate decision rather than a necessity.
I don't know where my jet at. I obviously didn't get the memo. It's being updated with Starlink. You know what Starlink is? Yeah, that's the $500,000 Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's where my jet at. And I chose to fly commercial to Colombia to go party with Trick Daddy and Ball Greasy at the Escape the States vibe. And that was a hell of a vibe. I had an amazing time. When I was leaving, that hoodie was low. Rose did it big. The boat. And y'all better start worrying about what Rich doing. Shit, if I send my jet to go pick my mama up and I fly motherfucking commercial, that's what I do for mama. If I send a jet to go drop her off, I walk for mama. Just so that shit y'all on, I miss that. So y'all laughing at the young niggas who on martyr? You can't do that. Damn sure you can't laugh at a rich. Y'all niggas better stay focused. And since it's a big deal for Rose to fly commercial, sometimes I might have to buy me a wing at the Atlanta airport. I buy the whole C wing.
So according to that explanation, we're supposed to believe a last-minute situation forced the whole thing. And honestly, the internet was not buying it for even a second. The reaction was immediate, and I can't lie, the comments had me laughing because the excuse seemed to create even more questions than answers. At that point, he probably would have been better off saying nothing and letting people debate what really happened. Instead, it feels like he walked straight into a conversation that was already waiting for him. Maybe he forgot that people had already noticed the bigger picture, especially when reports surfaced that he was flying commercials while trying to keep a very low profile. From the outside looking in, the only thing that appeared completely intentional was the effort to avoid being recognized. And I never thought I'd see the day when people started joking that cities like Miami had become so expensive that even major rap stars were looking elsewhere for luxury trips and parties. That naturally led to a lot of sarcastic conversations online about money, status, and whether things are changing more than people realize. Some even joked that if things are really that expensive right now, maybe we're looking at one of the strangest economic warning signs yet. Then, to make matters worse, someone associated with Drake stepped into the discussion and publicly roasted the explanation, which only added more fuel to the fire. The response was basically, "Come on, there were plenty of other options available." And now the internet has added this moment to a growing list of situations where Rick Ross's larger-than-life image is being questioned in ways we haven't really seen before.
Come on, bro, you can see this. You don't need me to say that you know this. What kind of rich cut his own grass? Why you out there cutting your own grass?
All of this is happening while people are revisiting those Drake lyrics where he talked about wanting to watch Ross deal with financial pressures on the very same project where he also claimed he was outperforming him in streams long before that debate became a major talking point. Looking back now, a lot of fans are pointing to those bars and saying they hit a little differently after everything that has unfolded. And this latest situation exploded across social media within just a few hours. At this point, many people argue that no rapper has built a reputation for making bold claims and somehow surviving the backlash quite like Rick Ross. The entire thing has almost become legendary in its own way. From the old CEO narratives and larger-than-life business talk, all the way to recent conversations about public appearances and commercial flights, the contrast is what has people talking. And for anyone who is still wondering why the internet keeps bringing this story up, hopefully the bigger picture is starting to make a lot more sense now.
Oh, so now people can't fly commercial? Y'all clowning people that fly commercial? No, people can. The biggest boss, he can't. The dude that makes it his business to clown everybody else plane, the same dude that went on an entire Instagram rant clowning Drake's plane, no, that person cannot be seen about to board a commercial flight. Go on.
But the real question is, what does he actually think about all of this now that the conversation has reached this level? And on top of that, one of Joe Budden's co-hosts has managed to set social media on fire after dropping a take on the Drake versus Kendrick debate that plenty of rap fans were definitely not ready to hear. And we also got a surprising story about Michael Jackson's personal preferences that caught a lot of music fans completely off guard. According to the story, their relationship became comfortable enough that they could have genuine, unfiltered conversations, leading to questions most people never imagined someone would casually ask a global icon. At one point, it even got to the level of, "Mike, what kind of women are you actually interested in?" And that's where the conversation reportedly took an unexpected turn.
It felt like we known each other forever.
No way.
Like, literally felt like we known each other forever, bro.
Did he have another voice?
He did. He did have a red voice. It was deeper than the one he's normally using, but it's not that deep, right?
But it's just a little bit.
But you know, people will exaggerate and be like, yeah, but it's definitely deeper than that one for sure. But it's like an instinct. He just knew when to turn it on and turn it off.
Would he talk shit? Would he bust balls a little bit? Was he
Oh no, he was funny. Like Mike was funny.
And also MJ's
And trust me, I'm not even going to dive into the chaos this story has already created across social media, because that rabbit hole is a whole different conversation by itself. Just think about some of the recent documentaries and online discussions that have resurfaced, where viewers started analyzing every little detail and drawing their own conclusions. Some fans even pointed to observations that quickly became talking points all over the internet. So yeah, you can probably imagine where those conversations went from there. Meanwhile, Akon also opened up about his experience working with Eminem and revealed how the opportunity came together in the first place. According to him, a lot of that connection traces back to Obi Trice, who played a key role in making the collaboration happen.
Obi Trice was the one that connected me with M.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, Obi, don't worry, you ain't gotta pay me. I just need a feature from M. He's like, man, gotta talk to Goldberg about that one. I was like, all right, well, let's figure this out. He said, but nah, he ain't gonna let it happen. We just gotta find him. You gotta get to him directly.
Goldberg? Rosenberg.
Rosenberg. Yeah, that's a Goldberg. So Obi was like, yo, just come to Detroit. I just take you to the studio. And I was like, man, I don't want to be on Rosenberg's bad side. Let me just call him first. So I called Rosenberg. I said, yo, I got this record I want to do with M. What do you think? He said, well, send it to me. I didn't have it at the time. I didn't have it at the time. I said, I got to kind of put it together. When I put it together, I'm gonna send it to you. He said, all right, cool, just let me know. So at that moment, I put the seed down. He knew. So then I said, okay, Obi, all right, cool, let's go. We gotta get the record because I gotta send it to Rosenberg, right? Boom. So now we posted looking all over for M because M, he don't never really know where M's gonna be. So we post outside the studio. M doesn't show up that day. So I'm like, well, he might show up at night. Obi was like, nah, he'll never come up late night. He said, nah, M don't operate like that. I said, all right, well, let's come tomorrow. He said, you gotta come early before you come. So we come early, like 6 a.m. so we don't miss him. So M finally shows up. He said, that nigga go right there. Come on, let's go. So then we come. M was like, oh shit, what's up? So I come through and I was like, yeah, yo, M, man, we need to get in the lab. Like, let's work. He said, yeah, I came in my little briefcase with all my tracks and everything. I said, I got mad records for you too. I want to play you a few records. So now I'm going to make sure I get records for him first before I ask for something.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you're offering value first.
So he was like, yo, I produce too. I said, really? He said, yeah. I said, well, play me some tracks. So now he's playing me some tracks. I didn't even know M produced. I had no idea.
Wow.
Bro, the Smack That track came on. I was like, no, this shit is crazy. Can I get that? He said, hell yeah. So I take the track and he gave me 4 more. So altogether I picked 5 tracks. I started on the what's the name one first though. The Smack That record. And then after I finished on the M Heard here, and I was like, what do you think? He said, yo, this is crazy. Bro, this is a hit. M's production. That track was produced solely by Eminem.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know that. They thought I produced it.
I thought you produced it too.
Right. That was the only track on my album that I didn't produce, by the way.
Wow.
M produced Smack That. So interestingly enough, M heard it and I was like, bro, you really think it's a hit? He said, hell yeah, this is a smash. I said, you should jump on it.
Yep.
Right? I said, you should jump on it with me. He's like, yeah, I think about it.
Okay, so because everybody's asking him to be on a song.
Right.
So it's a ballsy move to go, hey, be on my shit.
Right. I just throw it out there.
And then when he goes, let me think about it, you're like, cool.
I was like,
there's
hell
no
yeah.
pressure.
That's
It's
nothing.
like,
Like, because it really wasn't. Me, it was just great enough that he produced it. I was happy to be able to say Eminem produced this track. I was cool with that, right? So now I'm working on the other tracks. So I'm kind of hearing the song playing in the background, not quite sure, if he just listened to it to see what he want to do from a production perspective.
Oh, you're hearing him listen to it.
So I'm thinking, okay, now he want to tweak the beat, whatever the case may be. So he goes off to lunch, we come back. By that time, I'd have worked on the other tracks. 5 o'clock come, I'm like, yo, where's M? 5 o'clock, he goes home. He comes back the next day. He said, yo, man, I did some minor adjustments to the song. I want to let you know what you think. So I'm playing, I'm hearing my verse come in, boom. Then his verse come, oh, looks like another one. I said, whoa, oh shit! Oh shit, bring that back!
Whoa.
I heard I was like, in my mind, I was like, oh, this shit's gonna be crazy. Then I'm like, okay, whose record is gonna be though? So now I'm just waiting for it. I was like, so what do you think? Should it be on your album? What, how you wanna work this? He's like, nah, bro, it's on your album.
However, we got an inside scoop to what makes
So when you break down the numbers Akon was talking about, it suggests that Smack That, featuring Eminem, continues generating the equivalent of roughly 1 million units every single year, which is pretty incredible when you think about its longevity. And believe it or not, that statistic still caught a lot of people by surprise. Then another detail surfaced that had some fans saying, wait a second, he made that beat too? What makes this even more impressive is that many listeners forget Eminem and Ye stand in a very exclusive category when it comes to hip-hop achievements. They are the only rappers to have diamond-certified songs that they produced themselves. Eminem was actually the first artist in rap history to reach that milestone, which makes the accomplishment even more significant. That's exactly why King Crooked made a point of highlighting it during one of their conversations, because it's one of those accomplishments that doesn't always get the recognition it deserves.
Like, yo, rappers who make beats, top 5. And I'm like, yo, you gotta put him in there. You know what I'm saying? And then some of them don't even realize how many songs that you have produced, you know what I mean?